Welcome to Cinematic Legends Unveiled. Today, we're taking a nostalgic trip back to the 1970s with the Partridge Family, the musical sitcom that became a pop culture sensation. From Shirley Partridge leading her talented kids on tour to unforgettable hits like I Think I Love You, this show captured the hearts of millions. But what happened to the cast after the music stopped? Join us as we explore their incredible transformations, real names, ages, and what they've been up to since the show ended over 50 years ago. The heart and guiding force of the Partridge Family, Shirley Partridge, was portrayed by Shirley Jones, born on March 31, 1934 in Charleroi, Pennsylvania. At 36 years old, she took on the role of the loving, talented, and resilient mother who not only raised her 5 children, but also led their family band to fame. Balancing her career and family life with grace, Shirley became an iconic TV mom, known for her warmth, wisdom, and unwavering support. Before the show, Jones had already made her mark as a Hollywood star, winning an Academy Award for Elmer Gantry, 1960, and starring in classic musicals. Her time on The Partridge Family only added to her legacy, making her a household name for a new generation. Now at 90 years old, she remains a celebrated entertainer with a career spanning film, television, and music, forever remembered as both a Hollywood legend and the beloved matriarch of one of TV's most famous families. The charming and musically gifted Keith Partridge was portrayed by David Cassidy, born on April 12, 1950 in New York City. At just 20 years old, Cassidy became the face of the Partridge Family, playing the eldest sibling who took center stage as the band's lead singer and guitarist. With his boyish good looks, undeniable talent, and catchy performances, Keith became an instant heartthrob, turning Cassidy into one of the biggest teen idols of the 1970s. Beyond the show, Cassidy found massive success as a musician, topping the charts with hits like I Think I Love You and selling out concerts worldwide. However, fame came with challenges, and he later faced personal struggles. Despite this, his impact on pop culture remained undeniable. Sadly, he passed away on November 21, 2017, at 67 years old due to liver failure. His legacy as a talented performer and beloved teen idol continues to live on through his music and unforgettable role as Keith Partridge. The witty and mischievous Danny Partridge was portrayed by Danny Bonaduce, born on August 13, 1959 in Broomall, Pennsylvania. At just 11 years old, Bonaduce took on the role of the band's clever and charismatic bassist, known for his sharp humor, quick comebacks, and knack for getting into trouble. His comedic timing and larger-than-life personality made Danny one of the Partridge Family's most entertaining characters. After the show ended, Bonaduce faced personal struggles but later reinvented himself, finding success as a radio and television personality. His resilience and ability to stay in the spotlight proved his lasting talent. Now at 65 years old, he continues to work in broadcasting, cementing his place as a beloved figure in entertainment beyond his childhood fame. The sweet and soft-spoken Tracy Partridge was portrayed by Suzanne Crowe, born on March 6, 1963 in Fullerton, California. At just 7 years old, she became the youngest member of the Partridge Family, playing the tambourine-playing little sister. Though Tracy had fewer lines than her on-screen siblings, her adorable presence and quiet charm made her a beloved part of the show. After the Partridge Family ended, Crowe stepped away from acting and chose a private life outside of Hollywood, working in business and raising a family. Sadly, she passed away on April 27, 2015, at 52 years old due to a rare heart condition. Though her time in the spotlight was brief, she remains fondly remembered by fans of the classic sitcom. The often exasperated yet lovable Reuben Kincaid was portrayed by Dave Madden, born on December 17, 1931 in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. At 39 years old, Madden stepped into the role of the band's manager, whose job of keeping the Partridge Family on track was constantly complicated by Danny's antics. His sarcastic humor and comedic chemistry with Danny Bonaduce made him a fan favorite, adding another layer of fun to the show. Beyond the Partridge Family, Madden enjoyed a successful television career, appearing in shows like Laugh-In and Alice. He remained active in Hollywood for decades before retiring. He passed away on January 16, 2014 at 82 years old due to complications from myelodysplastic syndrome. His wit, charm, and unforgettable role as Reuben Kincaid ensure his legacy lives on in television history. The energetic and reliable Chris Partridge, the band's drummer, was portrayed by Brian Forster, born on April 14, 1960 in Los Angeles, California. He took over the role in Season 2, replacing Jeremy Gelbwaks at just 11 years old. Though Chris had fewer speaking lines than his on-screen siblings, his steady presence behind the drums contributed to the musical charm of the Partridge Family. After the show ended, Forster largely stepped away from acting and pursued a career in professional auto racing. Now at 64 years old, he enjoys a quiet life away from Hollywood, but remains a nostalgic part of the beloved sitcom's legacy. The original Chris Partridge, the youngest son and drummer of the Partridge Family, was portrayed by Jeremy Gelbwaks, born on May 22, 1961 in Los Angeles, California. At just 9 years old, he joined the cast in the show's first season, bringing youthful energy to the family band. Though his role was relatively minor, he contributed to the musical dynamic of the series. After one season, Gelbwaks left the show due to his family relocating, and Brian Forster replaced him in the role. Unlike many of his co-stars, he did not continue acting, instead focusing on academics and later pursuing a career in computer science and technology. Now at 63 years old, he leads a private life, remembered as the first Chris Partridge in this classic sitcom. The adorable and musically gifted Ricky Stevens was portrayed by Ricky Siegel, born on March 10, 1969 in Long Island, New York. He joined the Partridge Family in its final season at just 4 years old, playing a precocious young singer introduced to add fresh energy to the series. His solo performances showcased his charm and talent, making him a memorable addition to the cast. Unlike many child stars, Siegel continued working in entertainment, pursuing both acting and music well into adulthood. As of 2025, he is 56 years old and remains active in the industry, occasionally engaging with fans who fondly remember his time on the Partridge Family. The intelligent and independent Shirley Partridge was portrayed by Susan Day, born on December 10, 1952 in Pekin, Illinois. At just 18 years old, she took on the role of the responsible eldest daughter and keyboardist of the Partridge Family. Shirley's strong-willed personality, quick wit, and musical talent made her a fan favorite, admired for her charm and confidence. After the show ended, Day transitioned to a highly successful acting career, most notably starring as Grace Van Owen in L.A. Law, a role that earned her a Golden Globe Award. As of 2025, she is 72 years old and has largely stepped away from Hollywood, choosing a private life while remaining fondly remembered for her iconic role as Shirley Partridge. The warm and comedic Albertson, a character in the Partridge Family, was portrayed by Gordon Jump, born on April 1, 1932 in Dayton, Ohio. Already an experienced actor when he appeared on the show, Jump brought his signature charm and humor to the role, adding to the lighthearted nature of the series. Beyond the Partridge Family, he became widely recognized for playing Arthur Carlson, the bumbling radio station manager on WKRP in Cincinnati. His career spanned decades, with guest appearances in numerous classic TV shows. He continued acting until his later years before passing away on September 22, 2003 at 71 years old due to pulmonary fibrosis. His contributions to television remain cherished by fans of classic sitcoms. The mischievous and troublemaking Punky Lazar was portrayed by Gary Dubin, born on May 5, 1959 in Los Angeles, California. As a child actor, Dubin brought energy and humor to the Partridge Family as Danny Partridge's prank-loving friend, adding to the show's comedic moments. Beyond the Partridge Family, Dubin had a varied acting career, including voice work in The Aristocats and appearances in shows like Gunsmoke and Happy Days. Sadly, he passed away on October 8, 2016, at 57 years old due to bone cancer. Though his time in Hollywood was brief, his performances left a lasting impression on fans of classic television. The charming and spirited Bonnie Kleinschmidt was portrayed by Elaine Giftos, born on January 24, 1945, in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. She appeared on The Partridge Family as a memorable supporting character, bringing wit and charisma to the series. Beyond The Partridge Family, Giftos enjoyed a successful career in television and film, making appearances in shows like The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Three's Company, and Magnum P.I. Later, she transitioned into a career as a feng shui consultant. As of 2025, she is 80 years old and remains fondly remembered for her contributions to classic television. The warm and nurturing Grandma Amanda Renfrew was portrayed by Rosemary DeCamp, born on November 14, 1910, in Prescott, Arizona. At 60 years old, she took on the role of the beloved grandmother in the Partridge Family, bringing an extra layer of warmth and wisdom to the show. DeCamp had a long and successful Hollywood career, appearing in numerous films and television series, including Yankee Doodle Dandy and That Girl. She was widely recognized for playing strong maternal figures. She continued acting until the late 1980s before passing away on February 20, 2001, at 90 years old due to pneumonia. Her legacy as a talented character actress lives on through her many memorable performances. The kind and supportive Miss Farrar was portrayed by Mitzi Hoag, born on September 25, 1932, in Cleveland, Ohio. In the Partridge Family, she played a caring and understanding figure, often offering wisdom and guidance to the Partridge children. Her presence added warmth and depth to the show's family dynamic. Hoag's television career spanned several decades, with roles in popular series such as Bonanza, The Facts of Life, and Archie Bunker's Place. She retired from acting in the late 1990s and lived a quiet life away from Hollywood. She passed away on February 26, 2019, at 86 years old, leaving behind a legacy of heartfelt and memorable performances. The lovable and wise Grandpa Fred Renfrew was portrayed by Ray Bolger, born on January 10, 1904, in Dorchester, Massachusetts. At 66 years old, Bolger brought his signature charm and humor to the Partridge Family, adding a warm, grandfatherly presence to the show. Bolger was already a Hollywood legend, best known for playing the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz, 1939, a role that showcased his remarkable dancing skills and endearing personality. His career spanned vaudeville, Broadway, film, and television, making him one of the most versatile entertainers of his time. He continued performing well into his later years before passing away on January 15, 1987, at 83 years old. His legacy in entertainment remains timeless. And that wraps up our look at the stars of the Partridge Family. From their early days on the show to their lives and careers beyond, each actor has left a lasting mark on entertainment history. Which transformation surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Cinematic Legends Unveiled for more nostalgic deep dives into Hollywood's greatest stars. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.